All right, Jules, how are we?
Not bad.
Okay, guys, as I promised, we're doing a video upload about football, and here I am with young Jules, who I have known 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
And I used to train him through my academy when he was a 12-year-old boy, and now 15.
15, yeah.
Current club at the Wanderers. Hi, Jules. Tell me, how you been?
I've been alright. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm great. We just had a little orange juice at our last place, but we couldn't film there because of the acoustics of the place was too loud.
Yeah.
So we're here pretending to have dinner, which we're not going to, I don't think. Okay, so I'm going to dive straight in. Jules, so tell me now, you're at Wanderers, and tell me how's that been for you?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a big jump from my old club, but just learning the new coaches, learning the new way of football they play and stuff. Because it's not the same, obviously, from the old club. We learn how to kick it forward, and now Wanderers will be like 1-2 touch, play through the middle.
Yeah.
So even mentally too, they give us like little sheets and stuff, and like hard work beats talent and stuff, and yeah.
So with that being at the Wanderers, I know there's a thing about because they're new into the youth system. What does that mean to you to be part of an A-League franchise as the Wanderers?
Yeah, well, they always say like you never really own your shirt, so you've got to work for it. You know what I mean? And they always emphasise that before every game. They say like work for this shirt because it's not yours. You're just borrowing it.
Okay.
And I really like. Whenever I'm playing, I think about that.
Yeah.
So every tackle's got to be like your last tackle. Every shot's got to be a last shot. So like I always think about that when I'm in the game and stuff.
Yeah. And you learned this at the Wanderers.
Yeah.
Great. What would you say you've learned the most being at the Wanderers in that kind of setup versus your other NPL clubs?
I'm not really sure. You're trying to say like.
What was the main thing you've learned being at a more of a prestigious club and the coaching staff? What do you think is the most...
like working for your badge, for your badge, because they say that's it.
Yeah. And you talked about playing good football, like 1-2s. What kind of style do you like about it, and what's beneficial to your role?
I just love like playing through the middle.
Yeah.
And I know that my teammates are going to be there for me.
Yeah.
Say at my other club, they might just pull out. They don't care about you, but in this club, everyone's going to work for each other. I know it's for the badge.
Yeah.
So everyone works for the badge. So I like that about Wanderers. Yeah.
Great, and you're still playing centre back, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I remember when you first came as a 12-year-old. Sorry, I just dropped the menu there. You were this tenacious young boy, very tall, still are taller than me, which doesn't make a difference. Can still take you down.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Challenge. But you were this tall, physical player who had a very good footballing brain for such a young age. But from your size, I remember saying to you, like, you should use more of it because you're such a dominating force. Do you think you've improved on stuff like that yourself?
Yeah, 100%. Ever since you told me, like, match your brain with your body, I've always thought about that. Because whenever I used to lose the ball, it's always like head down, cry a bit. And now when I lose the ball, it's straight back up. You're fighting for that ball. You see kids in like Barcelona and stuff. I watch them play when I went overseas. As soon as they're losing that ball, they're getting up, running for that ball. So yeah.
And how hard was that for you to change that habit to your? So what you're talking about is that reaction time to just go and not feel sorry for yourself and play that victim role of footballer.
Yeah.
How hard was that to change?
Listen, it was one game where I did it. I just stayed on the floor after a tackle and I didn't get up. I could see my daddy was fuming in the stands, but it's also got to come like within. Fair enough, my dad telling me, but it was within me to keep going with that.
Yeah.
And it's within me that if I want to become a footballer, I got to work hard. So my dad told me that day, went off for me, a long car drive home.
So it wasn't a home game?
No, it wasn't. Out of Macarthur. And he was telling me off the whole way back, and I'm like, it's just one thing that snapped in my head.
Yep.
I got to start playing better. I got to start doing things differently if I want to make it to where I am.
Yep.
I've got to start. Yeah, it's got to start
changing your mindset. Yeah, 100%. Right. And quick shout out to his dad. I know he'll probably watch this. He's a very good looking man. He's a tall boy. No, he's not.
Not a good looking man.
No, he's not a good looking. Okay. We won't make sure he doesn't watch that one. But in terms of being a footballer, you just said it. Let me touch on more. Why is football so important to you? Why do you want to be a footballer?
It's just like the community around football, like the swag, how you see everyone looking at the top footballers like Van Dijk, Sergio Ramos, just seeing the love they get for what they do. Like, I just want to I'd love to represent my country one day.
So when you talk about swag, explain, because everyone has a variation of swag. I know what you mean because we've spoken about it, but explain your version of what swag means to you.
Just like how you present yourself. Like
Yep.
if you're walking onto that field, how you're looking,
Yep.
how you bring yourself out on the field, how you tackle, how you pass.
Yes.
Not just swag, but like how you portray yourself.
Yeah, it's your perception of you as well. Exactly, yeah. So it wasn't swag about what you wear off the field and look cool.
No.
The swag was
Yeah.
about you as a player and what you represent. And what else does it mean to you? Like, all right, here's a question. What would it feel to know that feeling if you made it as a footballer? Can you visualize that feeling, becoming a professional footballer? What does it mean to you?
Yeah, I always think about it. Every time I go to bed and stuff, like you're thinking like, what would it feel like to play for your country? I think that's when it will hit me. When the day like. I
Can
pick
you
up that
feel it?
jersey.
Can you picture it?
Yeah, I can picture it.
And what's that
100%.
feeling like?
It's like goosebumps when you walk into the field.
Yeah.
Like same playing for Australia.
Yeah,
Walking onto the field, like looking into the stands and stuff.
yeah.
Seeing my country. Yeah. So just
So visualization, would you say, is very important for you?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before every game, I'm thinking what I'm going to do good, what I'm going to do bad.
Yeah.
Obviously not bad, but like more of the good stuff.
Yeah,
But if I do something bad, I'm obviously going to chase that ball straight out as soon as I lose it.
yeah.
And always visualizing the best thing to do. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I remember, I touched on that the other day in my YouTube video about visualization and preparing before and after games, both in football and out. And that's something that I've touched on over the years with young footballers. When they're quite young, it's hard to go into too much detail, but obviously Jules has really adapted and he's a 15-year-old, but you're pretty much a young man now. But visualization is so important. And the question I want to ask you, Jules, is, we touched on a few footballers there, but who do you idolize? Who's your mentor? Who do you see yourself being as a footballer?
Well, I watch Liverpool a lot, so I'm looking at Van Dijk, Matip, but mostly Van Dijk.
Yeah.
I'm watching him every game. I'm watching his interviews after,
Yep.
the way he carries himself off the field,
Yeah,
and it's someone you want to look up to. And
yeah,
as I went overseas for this the summer thing, they always said look up to someone and follow exactly what they do.
yeah, exactly.
And I've been looking at him, just the way he talks, the way he walks, his leads on the field, just little stuff like that. He might not be the best technically, but he's sure got what it takes to
To make it.
to make it. He's obviously done that.
It's a great role model. I mean, he's really proved himself in the Prem, and they're in the Champions League final. So it's a great role model to look up to, because that's where you want to be, right? You want to visualize. It's got to be realistic too, because you got to relate. And what you've said is relatable topics about how he leads on the field, on and off. You say he technically may not be the greatest, which is fine, but your attributes as a leader yourself, as a young player, can see yourself in someone like that, which is great. I mean, it's important. You should always have like local heroes as well. I know you touched on basically got a few at Wanderers, which is great, but if you want to be somewhere, make sure that mentor is there. That's the most important thing. I know when I was growing up, there's a few mentors that I had as well in sport, and it's always about visualization, thinking what you want to become, and I think it's great. And so the thing with you right now is, you told me that you've been playing up a bit in the age as well, right?
Yeah.
How's that been as a challenge?
Well, it's not really a challenge because of my body, but at times it's a bit that touch quicker, that touch further. But in the 15s, you'll be like, all right, so it's just becoming a bit easier to you. It's just one age up, but that one age really
But it tests you.
Yeah, it tests you. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I love playing up because fair enough playing the 15s, but giving yourself that challenge, it'll take you a long way.
100%. And I think, and that's something that I think should be encouraged more. Look, if you're good enough to do it, great, and obviously you are, which is fantastic. If you can dominate your own age and you can move up, it's only going to improve you as a footballer. Just exactly what you said, that touch is quicker. Therefore, in your own age, you're going to take an extra touch. It becomes false football.
Yeah, that's what's happening with me. Like, the first game I played 16s, I was like, it was a shock to the system. Because I'm taking that extra touch, and no one's pressing me. I took this extra touch in the game, like, clapped me. Yeah.
So you quickly learn and adapt as a young footballer.
Yeah, it took me 3 games to fully get into it. I was into it.
That's great.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you're going to improve. And then as you get older, you're not far off challenging potentially young adult men, as in 19, 20-year-olds. So therefore, it's going to be a challenge again, and that touch is going to be faster and faster and faster. That's great. So back on the things when we first started training, what do you think the key things you reckon you learnt from the football sessions I did with you?
Like the training or just
Either or
something?
both. Yeah. What do you think the most valuable thing you
One
can take
thing
away
I
from?
value still to this day, and I think about it every time I step on the pitch, is don't fear anything. And that's something you always emphasise to me. You'd always say, before the game, we get in the huddle, don't fear anything, go into every tackle. And that's something you should take all the way your whole career.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I used to pull out of tackles and stuff, and
Which
now,
is fun, yeah.
so now I'm going into every tackle
Yeah.
like it's my last, like
Yeah.
I said before.
And that's great.
So that's
and,
one thing I learned.
and that fear is something that, you know, we're scared of because it's a powerful word. But the thing is, what I was emphasizing to Jules and the young boys was have no fear. Believe in yourself that your true own worth is a great footballer and you can conquer anything. Remember, we're all humans at the end of the day. If you believe and back yourself, nothing will fear you and you can conquer that. And I think that's something that you took on board. And I saw the changes in you as a young leader of the 12-year-old, and now it's only 2-3 years later and you have progressed so much, not so much as a footballer on the field, but off the field, the way you're articulating things, speaking as a young man, and also the way you're upskilling yourself. Now, if you want to talk about no fear off the field, let's talk about how you have gone above and beyond local education in football, taken it to the next step overseas and gone into Tony Robbins, which is phenomenal. Everyone knows who Tony Robbins is, and you've actually learned more mindset things around his program. Tell me how that experience was.
Well, listen, it's just like a place of unconditional love. So everyone's there. We're all coming together, and we don't have the same story, but we all want to be successful. I believe every person there,
Yep.
they're going to get something out of that and be successful. So I went there thinking, don't want to be there, this, that, but you get there and you actually take in everything that he's saying.
Yeah.
Marlon Smith's saying, and it was the best 6 days of my life. That's all I can say.
Because you mentioned a few good things you took from it. Like, touching on just a little bit, if I go into detail, what did you learn from the conversation? Sorry, we're just sorry. If someone was getting the video, it's not going to happen. Thanks, bud. The stories that you heard over there, which were quite touching, you said.
Yeah.
So just touch on those stories, that telling about their stories. What did you learn from them? What did you gain? What was the sacrifices
I
you
just
learned?
learned that over here in Australia we have it so much better than them. We've got to be grateful for what we have. Just say they don't have a roof over their head, I have a roof over my head. So you can't be complaining about first world problems, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And like going to training every day because mum takes me, dad takes me. You thank them every time. You got to thank your parents when they take you somewhere, or they pay for that extra, or ice cream, or lollipop, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever they pay for, because they sacrifice their lives for you. If you think about it, and just because they might not have their parents or something over there.
There's someone always worse off, right?
They get their scholarships there, so it was just.
So grateful is a word that you use there, which is amazing. Being grateful is such a great thing. Having gratitude is the most powerful thing you can ever have as a human being. So the question then is, what's your desire then to become better than those people that have those setbacks and have that pain to want to desire to succeed? What's your motivation?
My motivation, I just want to give back. I want to give back to the world, to my family. I just want to, when I get to that international stage, I want to look at my parents and be like, look, I've made it.
Yep.
And I just want to, if I can, give back to everyone that needs it.
Yep.
Say the people in poverty. I'll give back to my family first, but
Yeah,
that will come next, definitely. Because that's something he outlines over there.
That's great.
To give back to someone. That was the whole
100%.
point. Yeah.
And see, when you get educated in the right way, your answers shape who you are. And the reason why I asked that question, I didn't know what his answer was is because young footballers, their first response is when I ask them is literally fame, money, cars. They see the whole shebang on TV, and that's not what it's about. And the fact that you could answer that at such a young age is such a mature response that hopefully you don't change that. As you become more successful, you get a little bit more confident. You start to, do things. That's part of life. You're going to live and learn. The key, as long as you stay on point and keep delivering what you believe in, which is phenomenal. I know you like to dress well and you think, you're not bad looking for a young boy. Yeah? Yeah, exactly. See how he's done his hair? It's probably better the other way, right? No?
Nah, it's good to say.
And he's got a little bit of a husky voice as 15. So what would be, your ideal football club that you want to play for when you're older? Let's get into visualization.
Listen, I'd love to be in the Prem,
Yep.
for sure. I'd say Liverpool, Arsenal, or Chelsea, one of the three.
Yep.
But I'll definitely keep working my ass off till I get there.
Yep. So why the Prem?
I don't know, it's just on TV, it looks slow, but I can tell that it's so fast. Obviously on TV everything looks slow, but
Yeah.
I know it's fast. I've watched a few games, always watch the games and stuff. It just looks like a good place to be, but obviously if I get progress to the A-League, it should be like a stepping stone to get to
Yeah.
somewhere I want to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like say like Daniel Alzani, he used it as a stepping stone to get to Celtic.
Yeah.
Obviously the injuries.
That's part of football. That
Yeah.
happens.
Definitely the Prem somewhere. Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah. Look at that smile. See. So, but that's great. But I mean, that's the visualization, right? You have your. You know, we talked about playing in 1, 2, 3, 5 year playing goals. That's something that you also learnt overseas, right? At this Tony Robbins thing was mapping and planning your visualization. So, was a 5 year plan they talked about for your visualization? Was it 5?
Oh
10
yeah, yeah. It was
He
like
said
a,
for what? Like I just made it up.
No, it was yeah. So we got into the room together. It was like a pre-liming thing, and they were telling us to visualize where you'd been 5 years, and then we waited for a bit. They gave us a bit of time. Where you'd been 10 years, and I hear everyone breaking out and crying and stuff, and then 20 years,
Yep.
and it gets real emotional and it touches you because that's where you want to be. 10, 20 years from now, you're looking at yourself, and I'm closing my eyes. I'm thinking, I'm playing for Liverpool or Arsenal in 20 years. And yeah, it just hits you because
You do realise in 20 years you're going to be retired.
not 20 years. You know what I mean? I said 10 years before.
No, but I think the whole point is, and I've touched on it before in my other videos, emotional connection to a goal. You touched emotionally why you want to do it. That's the power right there. You're emotionally connected, and that's what you saw yourself doing. That's what's going to get you there.
Yeah.
That's the success, right? Is connecting. And I think a lot of young people are fantasized about why they want to be a footballer, but they don't actually understand the emotional connection to becoming one. They just like the idea of it, but they're not prepared to put in the hard work and dedication. And that's something that you fine-tuned, I've noticed yourself in the last few years but it's education. You've upped your smart skill set of training to benefit yourself, like doing this stuff overseas with Tony Robbins. Didn't you say you met Tony?
Yeah, I met him. I ended up because he was walking down the stairs, and I ended up touching
Little
him.
tapping out,
And
yeah.
he was looking around like this. Who touched him? But
Who's this little punk,
he
eh?
didn't see me, luckily.
No, you just pointed someone else. But you see, like even that in itself, obviously, you know, in some degree, you should, say hi to him. But you had the courage to say, this is your only opportunity. You seeked an opportunity to try and do. I think that's amazing too. Is that you have no fear, and you believe that out of respectful confidence, the way you thought was right to do, you did it. And I think that's amazing that you may not have another opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So I think the message here today is like the education around. We'll wait for that bus to go. How to upskill yourself as a footballer, not just on the field but off the field, and why do you want to become one? And the reason why I picked Jules is because I've known him for a few years and I've seen him progress, and he's playing at a great club now and he's playing up in age, and it's just shown what 2-3 years can do if you want to take that next step. Have no fear, back yourself, back your ability, and who knows, in 1 or 2 years time you could be playing pro. It's just around the corner.
Yeah. And just before we end, are we ending?
I guess we are.
Not soon. Yeah, but just one thing I'd like to emphasise to everyone there is like talent can take you this far, but attitude will take you so much more further.
100%.
And that's something that was
Yep.
shown to me over there. Whatever you're doing, your attitude's going to take you further. Fair enough, boys with talent, they can dribble the ball in and out. But if their mind's not there, they're not going to make it. So that's just one thing I just want to say.
1,000,000%. Attitude will always beat talent, but you have attitude and talent together, you're a weapon, right?
You play big time if you have
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
But the message is, yes, make sure your attitude is fine-tuned correctly. So as Jules said, I think we're wrapping up. That's coming up 20 minutes. That's good, Jules. You do a 20-minute segment, which is great. So thanks, Jules, for that. Appreciate it. And thanks guys for watching. Any
Yeah.
comments, please drop them down to either of us and we'd love to help out.
And also follow me, thanks.